Okay, we're back for part 2 of the Citation Challenge assignment. So if you remember, where we left off was that we had the MLA format set up, and we had our first citation on the Works Cited page. There's a couple of things I want to point out to you about the citation. First of all of this information is taken directly, again, from the citation finder used in Galileo. As long as you're using Galileo, you'll be able to copy and paste that. Once I did that, though, I still had to go back and fix a few things. This is fine that this is not up here. That's only because it's a long URL. I also changed to have it hanging indent so that the author's last name sticks out right here first. And the whole thing is in Times New Roman, and it's all double-spaced. Works Cited, which is the title at the top, is not italicized, nor is it in bold. So you need to make sure that all of those things are true for your Works Cited page as well. Now, if I go back to the original assignment, it says what I'm supposed to do is, after I've got the question, which I did, below that, write 3 to 4 sentences of academic style writing to introduce the quote, and include a direct quote, and then follow that with a correct parenthetical citation. So I've done that, and I'm going to show you what I did. And this is what it looks like. See this paragraph right here. I did something wrong. I'll check that in a second. Okay, so here's where I got that. I know that I wanted to be able to answer the question and talk about how that particular article helps answer the question. That is my goal. So when I went back to the article, I just started skimming it a little bit. And when I skim, what I'm doing is basically reading the first and last sentence of each paragraph. And as I skim through, and it's talking about whether kids enjoy homework, of course they don't, and then it narrows down to a particular elementary school in Massachusetts that has introduced a strategy. So now I want to hear more about this strategy. And I keep reading, and eventually, see, I'm on page 35 right now, I get to page 36. And here I've got the quote that I wanted to use. Students, parents, and teachers work together to set measurable goals correlated to learning standards. Homework is used as a tool to meet those goals. And here I've got I don't know what this is. Sorry, I don't know what happened there. Deleting that. Okay. So here's what I wrote. I wrote this first part. When it comes to homework, many students and parents view assignments as busy work that actually impedes learning instead of contributing to it. One study from Vinyl Elementary School in Norwell, Massachusetts, examined the benefits of individualized homework to fit the learning styles of each student. According to author Kathy Vatterott, quote, students, parents, and teachers work together to set measurable goals correlated to learning standards, period. Homework is used as a tool to meet those goals. End of quote, space, parentheses, page number, in parentheses, period for the end of the sentence. By using homework as a specific tool for learning, all parties involved recognize the value of the work. That last sentence is important. It explains to the reader that I understand the quote. I'm not going to end with the quote. I'm going to end with a quick explanation of the quote. So now let's go back to the original article, and we see that here is where I got that. It's exactly the same word for word. The only thing I've changed is this capital S. She begins that at the start of a sentence, which is appropriate, but in my quote, it's not at the start of the sentence, so I make that lowercase because I'm blending it in. There are a couple other things that are important. I begin by giving a little bit of background information of where this quote is coming from by using the words one study. Another thing I could maybe use for that would be perspective, idea, contribution. If it's not a study, think about what it is and use the correct word there. I don't know anything personally about Vinyl Elementary School in Norwell, Massachusetts, but that is what the article is about, so that's what I'm using. And then this is important. This right here, this is called an attributive tag. Let's see if I can do this. New attributive tag. This tells me who is about to start talking in my paper. You should use one of these every time you introduce a new source. And then here, what I'm saying here, this part here is the blended quote. Blending, I'm blending the quote from the article into my own sentence here. And then here, I want to point that out to you. Note the use of punctuation and spaces. The period for the end of the sentence goes on the outside of the parentheses with the page number. If you do not have a page number, just put the period inside the quotes. And then finally, this last quote of the passage, no, not quote, this last sentence of the passage is my way of explaining how that quote supports my overall perspective in the paragraph. How it supports what I'm saying. So, I'm going to save this and also upload this to Do2L. Now, the other thing I want to point out is this person's last name, Vatterott, is the first name sticking out here. This is the same name you saw me use in the paragraph. And then finally, I'm going to say, when I have 3 total sources for my 3 questions I am answering, I will need to make sure this works cited page is alphabetical by the first word or name sticking out on each entry. In other words, Vatterott starts with a V. My guess is if I continued to do this assignment and I did 2 more, then she would probably wind up being the last one on the list instead of the first one. But of course I can't do that until I've completed the assignment. So there you go. Now you have 2 videos that sort of explain the whole process. And of course when you're done, you're going to put it in the assignments Dropbox, here in the Citation Challenge assignment Dropbox. And that's it. So good luck. Remember that researching takes a while. Give yourself some time, and also reading the material takes a while. So definitely don't wait till the last minute because you won't get it done. And you might run into trouble. You might have some questions. If you do that, you can go back to the library homepage, and I'm going to do that quickly by going to the library homepage. Here you can ask a librarian using chat, or you can email, or you can text, or you can use any of the social links. They tweet quite a lot actually. So you can ask questions of them to help you get a better sense of how to do the research if you want. I hope this is helpful. Good luck. Keep in touch.